All right, so in this lecture, we're going to do two things. We're going to create a button here so we can print our reports, and we're going to fix these numbers here. I don't like the way they're showing. Okay, so since we're going to use that functionality a lot, we're going to use a helper class. We're going to create a helper method, not method, function. Oh my gosh. Since I'm playing around with objects, I get into the OOP side of it. So let's create that button real quick. So I'm just gonna go up here and right above here, I'm gonna create a button. I'm gonna give it a class of BTN primary, and I'm gonna give it an ID actually too of print button, just in case we need it, right? And that's gonna say print. Very simple button. Refresh. You can see the button right there. Now all I'm gonna do here is I'm going to attach an onClick event here, and I'm gonna launch this beautiful simple function called print. Simple as that. OnClick handler here, and look at that, this function. This is a built-in function by JavaScript. And if I click it now, you can see that perfect, we get that report, but we get this ugly button thing here. I don't want to see this. So I'll show you how to remove that real quick. So I'm just going to open a style tag in here inside HTML. I could do this from my CSS, which is cleaner, and I suggest you do it like that. But I'm going to show you. We'll move this in a minute, but we want to access the media print here, and we want to now show this button here that's called glyphicon move. Let's just give this an ID here. This is the button in functions. Remember the function get reports? That's where I am. And I'm gonna call this delete report button. Okay, that's going to be the ID. Make sure that I don't have that ID anywhere else, because if I do, it's not gonna work. So what I want to do is I want to access that ID, and I also want to access, I don't want to see this button either. Okay, so I'm going to use this guy here. So both of these, okay, I'm going to target them, and I'm going to say I don't want to see them when I'm about to open that dialog, that pop-up for print. I don't want to see them. I refresh, print, I don't see those buttons anywhere. And this is how you get those clean reports printed out. Or they can go and save as a PDF right here, you see, or print. Awesome. Okay. The next thing is to fix this prices that look really ugly. So let's build some type of, should I say, like helper function in here. Usually I have a separate file for that, but you know, we're doing it right here like this. So I'm gonna call this human numbers. really simple here. The numbers. Okay, it's good to actually describe what you're gonna do, what this function is going to do. Okay, so what this function is going to do is going to format the numbers where they're gonna have two decimal places, okay, and they're gonna be separated by a dot, okay, because this is ugly right here. What we got, we want this to be separated by a dot, and we want to put a little dollar symbol there. I don't know if we, let's see how we do that. But so add two decimals, add two decimals, okay, just like that, two decimals. And then you can come up with a better name. All right, this is what I know for now. All right, so I'm just gonna return this functionality. The number is gonna be right here, and it's gonna be divided. Let's just make sure that we have this parenthesis here. Divided by 100, because that's the formula that I came up with. 2 decimals. The next thing here is the decimal separator, and the thousands separator. In the thousands, we're going to leave it empty. We don't have to put anything there, okay, for this functionality to work. And we're just going to return this function. All right, and let's go back to actually it is here in get reports. So I did Command F or Control F to look for that function in my text editor. And here is what I want to, there's 2 numbers that I want to modify. All right, so I'm gonna do that before actually after the loop here, because that's where I have those. So what I want to do is I want to pass in the, let's just get it from here. This is the product price, so that's what I want. I'm going to pass it in here, and this function is going to return to me that, and let's just check it to see if it works. Let's see. Product price, and let's refresh here, and you can see that it does work. Okay, beautiful. Isn't that awesome, guys? And this one would be product total. Okay, guys, just organize your code as you want, but always try to be as neat as possible. I know my code has a lot of spaces, and I'm writing a whole bunch of functions all over the place. Usually what you do is you put your helper functions in one side, you put the other functions, and then you include those files. Okay, try to be as much organized as possible. This application is just getting bigger and bigger by the minute, so now you can see that that works as well. Okay, let's try to put the dollar symbol. Let's see if we can do that. Let's just go to where that at decimals, we have the helper function all the way up at 2 decimals. Yeah, that, let's see, you can always use camel case here, or the snake style. It's up to you, but try to be consistent. I'm actually been changing to camel case because I've been doing a lot of object-oriented programming, so I've been doing this a lot. So anyway, we could add a dollar symbol. All right, let me see something here. Modified. And I'm going to add a dollar symbol here. I'm going to concatenate it with this here. Let's see if it does it. If it doesn't gives us problems. There we go. Okay, that's actually a lot better. All right, guys, there you have it. I hope that you learn a lot in this lecture. If you got everything working correctly, you are the man or the woman. All right, if not, you're still the man and the woman. You just have to try a little harder next time. Okay, ask questions once you don't see a possibility of fixing it, right? But not after 2 minutes, of course. Give it a couple hours, give it a couple days, and then come and do that. All right, anyway, thank you so much for watching my lectures, for keeping up with me. Okay, because I can be annoying sometimes. And I'll see you in the next lectures. Take care.